Hello, I'm back after a good little while, and here to talk about the two main modes of this game. And go into a bit of a deep dive, so you know how this game works a little more, then see the best ways to grind between these two modes. Also, fair warning, you might need to pause the video a couple times, because I'm gonna go over a lot in this video. And there's gonna be a lot of information about these modes, and let me tell you, it took a little while to find out about this information. So a like on this video would really be appreciated. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. This is the basic information that the game tells you about free play and campaign. They just tell you the bare basics. But now let's hop into campaign and talk about it in more detail. In campaign, there are going to be gang zones that vary in difficulty based on the color. And this is how the difficulty works, starting from white, which is the easiest, and then yellow to orange, then finally red being the most difficult zone. And the difficulty is not just there to make the game a little more challenging, it also increases your reward and XP gain and money drops within the zone. And these are the money drops from every zone. There are 6 gangs in Block City, and 3 of the gangs have their own dedicated boss so far, and each boss gives their own unique reward from defeating them. And you might be wondering about the other gangs. Well, luckily for you, I took the time and effort to list them all. So I'm going to be going over each gang, and also telling you which enemies you should look out for, as they give more XP. I'll also be going over the bosses as well, starting with the most known gang, the Dragons. Now, the Dragons have 2 special enemies that you're gonna want to look out, that being the Captain and the Elder. Now, the Dragon boss has a chance upon defeating him, drops the Porcupine car instead of the M2 Bulletstorm weapon. Remember, the rewards dropped like this are only temporary until you destroyed the vehicle, or until you ran out of ammunition, or when you leave campaign. Now for the Marauders gang, you are going to want to look out for Destroyers and Rippers, but this time you're going to look out for them in the boss zone at the Junkyard. As for the droppable rewards from killing the Badlands Master is the low chance to get the Firestorm grenade launcher and the higher chance of the Flamethrower. Now the last gang that has a dedicated boss, the Bikers gang. The only enemies you want to look for is another boss zone enemy, which is the Thunderclap. As for the droppable rewards from killing the Devilish Biker is fittingly enough the low chance Ronin and the high chance Thunder. Finally, the last 3 gangs that don't have any special enemies or bosses, starting with the Rustlers gang. There's not really much to say about this gang or the next one, they kinda just exist, so let's just skim through this. Next are the Jocks gang. And finally, the biggest gang without special enemies or a boss, the Prisoners. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the best weapon XP farm in this game is, in my opinion, is the Junkyard. You might be asking why the Junkyard instead of the Moonlight Road Dragon zone. Well, that's because it gives 453 XP every run, but make sure you don't kill the boss, as when you get yourself killed or let the boss kill you, it restarts the zone. This zone was only able to reach this insane XP count because of the 20 special enemies that spawn on Wave 3, giving 15 XP each. So if you're going to farm this zone, make sure you hide in this spot so the enemies can funnel to you instead of overwhelming you from all sides. That and because it makes this zone extremely easy. Anyways, that is all I got to tell you about campaign.
Next up, free play. Now, free play is significantly more simple compared to campaign because the whole objective is to get respect points to fill up the top middle meter to get rewards. And if you're wondering where the top middle meter is, it's right here. And a timer is how long you have to until the round ends. And when it ends, you get your reward based on how many stars you have. Also, it resets the respect zone or zones on the map, so it might be in a different location around the area. The rewards from stars, if you weren't paying attention, are all different depending on how many stars you have. This box on the right will tells you the basic overview you might need to know about free play and the rewards from how many stars you have gained. And how you get stars is... Wait a second. Sorry, I got to lose this guy real quick. Unfortunately, it seems like I can't do anything without getting shot at. Oh my god, what is that damage? Jeez, he's still following me. Wow, that guy's friend is kind of bad at driving. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The way you get stars is by getting respect points. Whether it be by being at zone, killing other players, or by picking up respect medals around the map. Also, speaking of respect medals, they go based on the color. So the green is the lowest amount you can get at +10, the blue is second best at +25, and yellow is the best at +50. You can find these medals everywhere around the map, from rooftops to the ground on the roads. But if you're trying to find yellow medals, look on the top of any tall building or structure, as they have a higher chance of spawning. Now let's talk about zones. Now, zones are interesting, because if there's less players in the lobby, the server will only spawn one zone, but if there's enough players, it will spawn two zones. Now, this is what the standard zone will do if you're not the only one on zone. Also, if you get lucky with the almost full lobby, a special zone will be in the spawn pool. And this special zone is a really big area on the map and is located below the junkyard and above chunky fields. And this is what this special zone does. Now finally, the PvP. So PvP has a lot more put into it than I thought. So this is the main information about killing and getting killed in free play. And is, in my opinion, a more risky way of getting respect, as you could create a short or long time rivalry in a server. But PvP is still a very fun aspect of the game, so grab your friends and terrorize the servers or gang up with random players if you so want. Also, this is off topic, but a special thank you to Dream X Galaxy Lord, and don't worry, next video is about an easy way to get unlimited XP for your cars and players level. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you found this video interesting or informative. Now the rest of this video was just random stuff, so you don't have to stay. Are you actually choosing to stay? Well, alright, just to let you know, there's a cute little puppy at the end of this video, so you can just skip ahead. Wow, you are dedicated. Type Waldo123 and I'll give you a shout out next video. it.